Shalom, welcome to the video. Today we're going to read Psalms of Ascents. It's one of the four secondary Psalms. It's also called the Pilgrim Psalms, and it's called that because when the Israelites was on their way to Jerusalem 3 times a year to celebrate the different feasts, the 3 annual feasts, Feast of Pentecostal, the Passover, and let's see, Passover, and by the way, I'm going into the King James Study Bible. Because I really want to just bear with me, Maki. Pentecostal, Feast of Passover, Pentecost, and Tabernacle, Feast of Tabernacles. And on their way to Jerusalem, it's 15 Psalms, and they represent the different moods and the thoughts that they gathered on the way there. So there's 15. The relatively short Psalms, 1 to 3 verses per Psalms, if not more. The biggest one is Psalms 132. The Psalms go from Psalms 120 to 134. And so this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the Psalms, but I'm not going to go into the Good News Translation. Now, we're going to start. Let me share my screen. We're going to start with with Ezra in the Old Testament. Because this Ezra is it speaks of the journey from Babylon to Jerusalem. Okay. Now, and we start slacking, I'm mumbling. Ezra chapter 7, verse 1. Now, after these things, in the region of Artaxerxes, king of Persia, Ezra, the son of Sariah, the son of Azariah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Shalom, the son of Zadok, the son of Ahitub, the son of Amariah, son of Azariah, the son of Morioth, the son of Zerahiah, the son of Uzi, the son of Bukai, the son of Abishua, the son of Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the chief priest. This Ezra went up from Babylon, and he was already scribe in the law of Moses, which the Lord Yahweh, God of Israel, had given. And the king granted him all his requests according to the hand of the Lord Yahweh, his God, upon him. And the request was that Ezra and the Israelites give leave to go to Jerusalem to serve the Lord. And this was King Xerxes, who was the Lord put the spirit on him to support the Israelites in this voyage and to do everything he can to make it a positive experience, make it happen, to take care of them, to support them. Okay? And there went up some of the children of Israel and of the priests and the Levites and the singers and the porters and the Nethinims unto Jerusalem in the 7th year of Artaxerxes the king. And he came to Jerusalem in the 5th month, which was in the 7th year of the king. For upon the first day of the 1st month began he to go up from Babylon. And on the first day of the 5th month came he to Jerusalem, according to the good hand of his God, Yahweh Hashem Narashai, upon him. For Ezra had prepared his heart to seek the law of Yahweh, and to do it, and to teach in Israel statutes and judgments. King's decree on behalf of Ezra. Now this is the copy of the letter that the king Artaxerxes gave unto Ezra the priest, the scribe, even the scribe of the words of the commandments of the Lord Yahweh, and of his statutes to Israel. Artaxerxes, king of kings, unto Ezra the priest, a scribe of the law of the God of heaven, perfect peace, and at such a time. I make a decree that all they of the people of Israel and of his priests and Levites in my realm, which are minded of their own free will, go up to Jerusalem, go with thee. For as much as thou art sent of the king and of his 7 counselors to inquire concerning Judah and Jerusalem, according to the law of thy God, thy power, which is in thine hand, and to carry the silver and gold which the king and his counselors have freely offered unto the power of Israel, whose habitation is in Jerusalem. And all the silver and gold that thou canst find in all the province of Babylon, with the free will offering of the people and of the priests, offering willingly for the house of their God which is in Jerusalem, that thou mayest buy speedily with this money bullocks, rams, lambs, with their meat offerings and their drink offerings, and offer them upon the altar of the house of your power, which is in Jerusalem. And whosoever shall seem good to thee and to thy brethren to do with the rest of the silver and the gold, that do after the will of your power. The vessels also that are given thee for the service of the house of thy power, those deliver thou before the power of Israel, and whatsoever more shall be needful for the house of thy power, which thou shalt have occasion to bestow it out of the king's treasure house. And I, even I, Artaxerxes, the king, do make a decree to all the treasurers which are beyond the river, that whosoever, as the priest, the scribe of the law of the God of heaven, I'm just going to say God, shall require of you it be done speedily. Unto all hundreds talents of silver, unto 100 talents of silver, and to 100 measures of wheat, and to 100 baths of wine, and to 100 baths of oil and salt, without prescribing how much. Whosoever is commanded by the God of Israel, God of heaven, let it be diligently done for the house of the God of heaven. For why should there be wrath against the realm of the God and his sons? Also, we certify to you that touching any of the priests and Levites, singers, porters, Nethinims, or ministers of this house of God, it shall not be lawful to impose toll, tribute, or custom upon them. And thou edgest after the wisdom of thy God that is in thine hand, set magistrates and judges, which may judge all the people that are beyond the river, all such as know the law of thy power, and teach them that know them not. And whosoever will not do the law of thy power and the law of the king, let judgment be executed speedily upon him, whether it be upon death, or to banishment, or to confiscation of goods, or to imprisonment. The king's kindness. Blessed be Yahweh, the God of fathers, God of our fathers, which hath put such a thing as this in the king's heart, to beautify the house of Yahweh, which is in Jerusalem, and hath extended mercy upon me before the king and his counselors, and before all the king's mighty princes. And I will strengthen as the house of the Lord Yahweh my God was upon me, and I gathered together out of Israel chief men to go up with me. So I have to read that in the Good News Translation because I feel like I butchered it. All right. Many years later, when Artaxerxes was emperor of Persia, there was a man named Ezra. He traced his ancestors back to Aaron, the high priest, as follows. Ezra was the son of Sariah, son of Azariah, son of Hilkiah, son of Shalom, son of Zodak, son of Ahitab, son of Amariah, son of Azariah, son of Moriath, son of Zeraha, son of Uzi, son of Bukai, son of Abishua, son of Phinehas, son of Eleazar, son of Aaron. Eleazar was a scholar with a thorough knowledge of the law which the Lord, the God of Israel, had given to Moses. Because Israel had the blessing of the Lord, his God, the emperor gave him everything he asked for in the 7th year of the reign of Artaxerxes. Ezra set out from Babylonia to Jerusalem with a group of Israelites, which include priests, Levites, temple musicians, temple guards, and workers. They left Babylonia on the first day of the first month, and with God's help, they arrived in Jerusalem on the first day of the 5th month. Ezra had devoted his life to studying the law of the Lord, to practicing it, and to teaching all its laws and regulations to the people of Israel. Emperor Artaxerxes gave the following documents to Ezra, the priests and scholars who had thorough knowledge of the laws and commands which the Lord had given to Israel. From Emperor Artaxerxes to the priest Ezra, scholar in the law of the God of heaven, I command that throughout my empire all the Israelite people, priests and Levites that so desire to be permitted to go with you to Israel. I, together with my 7 counselors, send you to investigate the conditions in Jerusalem and Judah in order to see how well the law of your God, which has been entrusted to you, is being obeyed. You are to take with you the gold and silver offerings which I and my counselors desire to give to the God of Israel, whose temple is in Jerusalem. You are also to take all the silver and gold with you which you collected throughout the province of Babylon, and the offerings which the Israelite people and their priests gave for the temple of their God in Jerusalem. You are to spend this money carefully and buy bulls, rams, lambs, grain, and wine, and offer them on the altar of the temple of Jerusalem. You may use the silver and gold that is left over for whatever you and your people desire in accordance with the will of your God. You are to present to God in Jerusalem all the utensils that have been given to you for use in the temple services, and anything else which you need for the temple, you may get from the royal treasury. I command all the treasury officials of west of Euphrates province to provide promptly for Ezra, the priest and the scholar in the law of the God of heaven, everything he asks you for. Let me read that again. I command all the treasury officials in west of Euphrates province to provide promptly for Ezra, the priest and scholar in the law of the God of heaven, anything he asks for, up to a limit of 7,500 pounds of silver, 500 bushels of wheat, 550 gallons of wine, 550 gallons of olive oil, and as much salt as needed. You must be careful to provide everything that the God of heaven requires for his temple, and so make sure that he is never angry with me or of those who reign after me. You are forbidden to collect any taxes from the priests, Levites, musicians, guards, workers, or anyone else connected with this temple. You, Ezra, using the wisdom which your God has given you, are to appoint administrators and judges to govern all the people in west of Euphrates who live by the law of your power. You must teach that law to anyone who does not know it. If any disobey the laws of the God or the laws of the temple, they are to be punished promptly by death or by exile or by confiscation of their property or by imprisonment. Ezra said, "Praise the Lord, the God of our ancestor. He has made the emperor willing to honor in this way the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem. By God's grace, I have won the favor of the emperor, of his counselors, and of all his powerful officials. The Lord my God has given me courage, and I have been able to persuade many of the heads of the clans of Israel to return with me." And that's the beginning of the march to Israel. And the emperor allowed anyone that wanted to go to the temple to go under protection and with provision. And that was huge. So now let's get to the crux of the matter. Let's see. All right, starts with Psalms 120. Now remember, these are praise. Imagine you're walking and you're going to the annual worship, and everyone's going to be there. All the believers of the Most High. Those that aren't there, it better be for a good reason, because the Lord. This is for these certain events. It's mandatory to be there, but this is the crux of the whole our culture. This is honoring the Lord, our power. It's lucky. So you can imagine how big the entourage was as they was walking toward Jerusalem, and each one of the songs represent, a different mood and elevated thought as they got closer to such a holy place. Psalms 120, verse 1. Prayer of deliverance from the treacherous. Song of decrees. In my distress I cried unto the Lord, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Yahweh, from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given unto thee, or what shall be done unto thee, thou false tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. Woe was me that I sojourn in Mesech, that I will in the tents of Kedar. My soul hath long dwelt with them that hated peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Psalms 121. And they're in order, from 120 to 134, which is indicative of a step. The Lord, the keeper of Israel, a song of degrees. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, even forevermore. Psalms 122, verse 1. A song of the degrees of David. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of Yahweh. Our feet shall stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together. Whither the tribes go up, the tribes of Yahweh, unto the testimony of Israel, to give thanks unto the name of the Lord Yahweh. But there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love thee. Peace be with thy walls, within thy walls, and prosperity within thy palaces. For my brethren and company's sake, I will now say, peace be within thee. Because of the house of the Lord, Yahweh, our God, our power, I will seek thy good. Psalms 123. Prayer of the Lord's for the Lord's help. A song of degrees. Unto thee lift up mine eyes. I lift up mine eyes. O thou that dwellest in the heavens. Behold, as the eyes of servants look unto the hand of their masters, and as the eyes of a maiden unto the hand of her mistress, so our eyes wait upon the Lord Yahweh, our power, until that he have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us, O Lord Yahweh. Have mercy upon us, for we are exceedingly filled with contempt. Our soul is exceedingly filled with the scorning of those that are at ease, and with the contempt of the proud. Praise of rescue from our enemies, Psalms 124. If it had not been the Lord Yahweh who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord Yahweh who was on our side when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters that overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be Yahweh, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. And the proud, as I mentioned here, then the proud waters have gone over our soul, which is the Edomites. They're the proud people that kept and still have us in captivity. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. He didn't let that military destroy us. The Lord has awoken us, and our soul has escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. Because as we awaken to this truth, their snares have no power over the elect. The snare is broken, and we are escaped from believing every lie that this captivity has to offer. Our help is in the name of the Lord Yahweh, who made heaven and earth. The Lord surrounds his people. A song of degrees. They that trust in the Lord Yahweh shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so the Lord is round about his people from henceforth, even forever. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands into iniquity. Do good, O Yahweh, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Lord Yahweh shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. But peace shall be upon Israel. A song of degrees. When the Lord Yahweh turned against the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them. The Lord Yahweh hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord Yahweh, as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaf with him. Prosperity cometh from the Lord. A song of Solomon. Except the Lord Yahweh built the house, they laboreth in vain that built it. Except the Lord Yahweh keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord Yahweh, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. 128. Blessed of the fear of the Lord. Blessedness of the fear of the Lord. A song of degrees. Blessed is everyone that feared the Lord, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thine hands. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee. Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine by the sides of thine house. Thy children like olive plants around about thy table. Behold, that thus shall the man be blessed that feared the Lord Yahweh. The Lord Yahweh shall bless thee out of Zion, and thou shalt see the good of Jerusalem all the days of my life. Yea, thou shalt see thy children's children, and peace upon Israel. Prayer for the overthrow of Zion's enemies. A song of decrees. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth. May Israel now say, many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, yet they have not prevailed against me. The plow was plowed upon my back. They made long their furrows. The Lord Yahweh is righteous. He hath cut asunder the cords of the wicked. Let them all be confounded and turn back that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which wherewith before it groweth up, wherewith the mower filleth not his hand, nor he that bindeth sheaves his bosom. Nor do they which go by say, the blessings of the Lord Yahweh be upon you. We bless you in the name of the Lord Yahweh. Psalms 130. Hope in the Lord's forgiving love. A song of degrees. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Yahweh. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If thou, Lord, should have marked iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? Who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for Yahweh, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord Yahweh there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. Psalms 131. Childlike trust in the Lord, a song of degrees. Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty. Neither do I excuse myself in great matters, or in things too high for me. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. Let Israel hope in the Lord from henceforth and forever. Psalms 132, a prayer for the Lord's blessing upon the sanctuary. A song of degrees. Lord, remember David and all his afflictions, how he sware unto the Lord Yahweh and vow unto the mighty power of Jacob. Surely I will not come into the tabernacle of my house, nor go up into my bed. I will not give sleep to mine eyes or slumber to mine eyelids until I find out a place for the Lord Yahweh and habitation for the mighty power of Jacob. Lo, we heard of it at Ephrathah. We found it in the fields of the wood. We will go into his tabernacles, and we will worship at his footstools. Arise, O Yahweh, into thy rest, thou and the ark of thy strength. Let thy priests be clothed with righteousness, and let thy saints shout for joy. For thy servant David's sake, turn not away the face of thine anointed. The Lord Yahweh shall sworn in truth with David. He will not turn from it of the fruit of the body where I will set upon thy throne. If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children shall also sit upon the throne forevermore. For the Lord Yahweh hath chosen Zion. He hath desired it for his habitation. This is my rest forever. Here I will dwell, for I have desired it. I will abundantly bless her provisions. I will satisfy her poor with bread. I will also clothe her priests with salvation, and her saints shall shout aloud for joy. There will I make the horn of David to bud. I have ordained a lamp for mine anointed. His enemies will I clothe with shame, but upon himself shall his crown flourish. The excellency of brotherly unity. A song of degrees, David. Behold, how good and how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Lord commanded the blessings, even the life forevermore. As you can see, it goes from thanking the king to remembrance of the captivity and the torture and the tribulations to now it's reflecting upon peace, all the way up to peace and joy. And this is the last one. Greetings of night watchers, a song of degrees. Behold, bless ye the Lord Yahweh, all ye servants of the Lord Yahweh, which by night stand in the house of the Lord Yahweh. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and bless the Lord Yahweh. Yahweh has made heaven and earth. Bless thee out of Zion. So you can see the last step, everyone is in Jerusalem and they're at the ceremonies and the feasts and they're blessing the Lord. So you can see how it went from the beginning of the journey was from the different moods and different thoughts as they elevated from the lower state to a higher state as they reached the temple into a successful what appeared to be a successful gathering. So with that, I didn't want to, let me come back. I didn't want to go too far into it. I just wanted to bring out these psalms, and they're called pilgrim songs because they was walking from, pretty much loose on the earth, going from um, uh, going from one place to get to Jerusalem, which is for for the annual feast. Every Israelite is required to go to these particular ceremonies, and yeah, these Psalms, they on the way there. I guess it motivates them. Anyway, I just want to say I hope that you got something out of it. Lucky for all the mumbling and rambling, and if I butchered it, pray that that you enjoyed it, and go back and read it again. And remember, when you read these Psalms, try to identify and with what they're going through and what's going through at the time. And it's a good Psalms series of songs to bring up because we're pretty soon going to be pilgrims on earth once Esau began the rough stages of his plan to chip everybody. So those that refuse to chip, we're probably going to be pilgrims on the earth, which is what the scripture said, and singing songs, waiting for the Lord to come and get us. So anyway, with that, I want to say Shalom. I pray that this is edifying, and until the next